McGill Curls. So this is the first of Stuart McGill's big 3 exercises to help work basically teach us to brace our core, but in a way that's going to help reinforce protecting our back and not putting our back at risk. So we're going to be on the floor, and what we want to do, we have one leg up and then one leg down flat like that. Reason is that gives us like a neutral torque on the pelvis. If you have both legs up, it has a tendency to kind of tip our pelvis backwards and kind of teach us to kind of flatten the arch on our lower back into the floor. If you have both down, you sort of tend to go a bit too far this way and a bit too high. So in theory, one up, one down, that's probably going to keep us in the middle somewhere. Okay, now what we need to do is give our back a little bit of support. So the traditional way of doing that is to have our fingers like this in our lower back here. This gives us a bit of support, also gives us a little bit of feedback to make sure we're not trying to flatten our spine out and by trying to crush our fingers into the floor. Now what we need to do from here is 2 parts to this exercise. So the first part is switching on the brace. So if you're not sure, practice that part first. So we need to do using our fingers, find my rib cage here, my belly button's here. I'm just going to come out from the side of my belly button, just below my rib cage where my obliques are. I'm going to stab my fingers into my guts here and I'm going to push against them using my muscles. I'm just bracing or tensing my obliques to fight my fingers here. So I'm not pushing out, I'm not sucking in, I'm just pushing against my fingers, just bracing, tensing those muscles, and you should be able to breathe. So it's separate to using your diaphragm. It's literally just learn to switch on those obliques. That's the first part that we need to engage before every single rep. So once you've got the hang of that, we'll take your hands into the small of your back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch that same brace on, then I'm going to lift my elbows, my shoulders and my head just a little bit off the floor, and I'm going to try and hold that up as I'm squeezing that brace and taking 3 deep breaths at the same time. So what that will look like is, so braces on first, elbows, shoulders and head just off the floor, 3 deep breaths as I'm squeezing that brace. And down. So another rep. So brace first, lift elbows, shoulders and head off the floor, 3 deep breaths. And down. And the entire time that I lift, I'm trying to keep this brace on by squeezing it. As you breathe out, it's going to try and let go. That's what we need to fight. So what we're looking for ultimately is 3 sets of 8 good quality repetitions. Every rep has 3 deep, relaxed breaths on it. So try not to go too fast. But in terms of reps, you start where you can for now. Even if it's just doing singles, that's fine. Over time, we're gradually looking to increase those numbers to 3 sets of 8. But the most important thing is the quality of the work that we do, making sure that we're getting into this brace. We've got nice, relaxed breaths. We're not trying to hold our breath. We're not coming too high. So we're not kind of throwing arms and elbows too far off the floor, throwing the head forward or sticking the chin out. We just keep it very tidy, very clean, just lifting the weight off the floor to make that brace work a little bit harder. Again, keep the reps clean and tidy. Don't throw your head around too much. Now what we can do, if you've got super tight shoulders, you might find being in that position is a little bit aggravating for you. So what we can do is a variation. We can take a towel, and we can use that in place of our hands just to help give us some feedback with what that arch is doing on the lower back. And then from here now, what we do is we'll take our fingers up to here, and we can actually stab them into our sides for each rep. So it's the same movement, just your hands will be a little bit higher because you're on the sides now, and you're using the towel for feedback. And what I want you to do between reps is see if you can swap your legs here. So as you're going to start on one side, you do 2 or 3 reps on this side, have a little rest, we'll swap with the other leg coming up, 2 or 3 reps, and then last set we'll swap back again, 2 or 3 reps. But what we're looking for, the goal of this exercise is to get in control of this brace, but it's in a nice clear signal here without setting off anything in the back. So if you feel something in the back, just relax straight away, let it settle. See if you can get back into here and getting this to switch on. Even if that means just practicing the brace initially and then adding in the actual McGill curl once you've got that brace down pat. But the most important thing is quality. I want a big squeeze in the brace, no leaks anywhere else in the back or the shoulders. Just get focused to here And over time, you should be able to squeeze it harder and harder and harder as you can send more and more signal to it, and you get better and better at the exercise. As I say, this is the first of McGill's big 3. This is about laying in that armour for that kind of most important part of our brace to help protect the back when we need it.